What is going on, guys? Evolution here, and Battlefield 5 has released a brand new weapon in the Tides of War Week 4. It's the AGM-42 semi-automatic rifle with a fire rate of 450 and a capacity of 10. And let me just say right off the bat, this weapon felt like a lesser version of the M1A1 carbine and the Turner Smile. It just didn't really match up to those weapons, and that's what I would compare it to. But we'll go into a little bit of detail on that in a little bit. So of course you got a bunch of challenges you need to complete once again, and you're actually going to be playing a ton of grand operations. Now that can be a good thing or a bad thing depending on how you feel about the game mode. But the first challenge you're going to be doing is finish a grand operation. Now keep in mind, you actually have to start from the beginning of the actual game on day 1. Otherwise, it doesn't count. At least for me, I had to do that. So I joined a game, I had to finish that game, and then I had to play from the start to get it to count, which was a little bit unfortunate, but that's just kind of how it went. The next one is earn 2,600 objective score in grand operations. This is pretty easy to do. It's not bad. Just stay near the objectives, shoot people, you know, give health, give ammo, that kind of thing. You'll get through it very quickly. Now for the path I actually went straight down the middle because I found it to be the easiest, but you guys can decide that for yourself. So the next one I went with is build 5 fortifications. Super easy. I basically just did this at the beginning of a round. Took me 30 seconds, done, got it over with. And then we went on to the next challenge, which was capture 3 points in grand operations. This is pretty easy to do, although in some maps, like on day 1, you're actually not going to be capturing stuff, you're going to be blowing stuff up, so you'll probably have to wait till about day 2 to do this. And then the next one, super easy, kill 5 enemies while defending an objective. Pretty simple, especially if you're on the defending team in grand operations. You basically just kill people, just like you normally would. Pretty simple. And then finally, the last but not least, win a grand operation. Now this is fairly easy to do, although I struggled myself to do this. I had a terrible losing streak, and it took me way longer than it should have. But yeah, that route just felt pretty quick for me. But the other routes only have 2 options, so you guys can make that decision yourself. And then, of course, you unlock the AGM-42 semi-automatic rifle. Specializations on this weapon, I basically went for the whole left side here, and that's for a couple of reasons. Obviously, number 1, aiming down sights faster. That's always nice to have. And then reloading with an actual magazine on the weapon, because I just found it takes 4 shots to kill someone with this weapon. You've got 10 shots, so you're going to be reloading a ton. I definitely recommend having the magazine on this weapon. It's amazing. It's just a lifesaver, gotta tell you. And then, of course, we've got reduced recoil, and then being able to move faster while aiming down sights is always a good option. So close range with this weapon, it's awful. Do not take this thing close range. The hip fire it's just horrible. It's the worst. Do not take this thing close range. So medium range with this weapon is very good. It's where you should be using it, and that's for a couple of reasons. One, because of its fire rate, you're really going to be able to just lock onto your target and pour a ton of bullets downrange and drop them very quickly. It doesn't have a ton of recoil. Now that being said, there are a ton of assault weapons that are semi-automatic that can outshoot this thing and out-damage it. Because you need 4 shots with this weapon, if you miss your target at all, you're in big trouble, because there's a lot of other weapons out there that can just spam fire you. Long range on this weapon, it can hold its own, but you got to be very careful, and you've got to land your shots, because people are going to be hitting you a lot harder. There's going to be snipers shooting at you, Gewehr 43s, and the Turner Smile that you're going to be competing against, and they have an advantage in my opinion, so you really got to land your shots, but this thing does okay at long range. So my overall thoughts on this weapon is, it is very fun to use, it has an amazing fire rate, but as I said at the beginning of the video, it feels like a lesser version of the M1A1 carbine, which has the same fire rate, except has a 15 capacity or 30 capacity depending on whether you have extended mags or not. But honestly, you're not really going to notice that much considering that this thing needs 4 body shots to kill and you have 10 rounds. So I just feel like you'd be better off using the M1A1 anyway. And even if we compare it to the Turner Smile, which also has a capacity of 10, the AG just, it doesn't do enough damage. So the Turner Smile does more damage, and it just feels a little bit more consistent. Like every time I was using this weapon, I would shoot an enemy a bunch of times, and I feel like he should be dead right now. But no, I need to land one more shot. So it just felt a little bit off to me. I don't know, I'm only rank 9 with it. I haven't even maxed out its rank, so I haven't used it a super amount. That's just kind of how it felt to me. I don't know, let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments below. Am I alone on this? I personally just feel like there are better weapons kind of in the same category that basically do the same thing, but they just do it a little bit better. But yeah, I think that's actually going to be it for this video, so remember to smash that like button, and remember to subscribe if you guys have not already, because this seriously helps me out. And yeah, definitely remember to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Am I wrong? Is this an amazing weapon, or does it feel a little bit lackluster to you? Definitely let me know, and have a good one. See ya.